bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
The rumors are true about a Detroit Lions wide receiver, former Detroit Lions wide receiver, Josh Reynolds has been shot. No, I'm not even joking.
It
actually happened.
The report says officers responded there and located the victims. Among them was Reynolds, who, according to the court documents, was shot twice, once in the left arm and once in the back of his head.
What?
Oh my
Another
God.
man was shot in his back. The third victim was wounded by shattered glass. The court documents say all three had scrapes from climbing over the fence, the documents say. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, they were at a strip club. They left, and I guess some dudes followed them. And, yeah.
In Denver, man.
So, like, what's the condition? Like, what kind of condition is Josh Reynolds? I didn't read that he was shot in the head.
Yeah,
I
back
swear
in
that
the
he's
head.
shot.
I think, I don't know.
That's crazy. Got tons of news regarding another Detroit Lions wide receiver that we'll get into a little bit later.
That's wild, dude.
It is wild.
I didn't hear anything about this. Was this just came out today?
It just broke today, yeah. I think people were aware of the shooting. I don't know that everyone was aware that it was Josh Reynolds that was shot. By the way, I mean, kudos to the Denver Broncos kind of keeping that under wraps.
Reynolds is currently on injured reserve. And, that was...
You know what's crazy? How good do you think the Chiefs are? Like, do you think they're... It sounds crazy because I get they're like back-to-back Super Bowl champions, but like, are they... Is it a little bit fraudulent of a 6-0? Like, granted, like the way they've been winning these games?
Chiefs?
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is keeping them in these games.
So could the Broncos win that division? Like, could Chris have called it right?
No.
No? I mean, the Broncos were like 5-2?
Well,
Yeah, they're not going to win that division.
yeah, they're not going to win the division. I didn't say win the division.
No, but you just said playoffs. I mean, that's
Yeah, I
one
said
way
playoffs.
of entering the playoffs.
All right, I just want to.
Yeah,
I just
so
wanna
much for the
clarify, I'm
Raiders.
not picking them over the Chiefs. I'm just saying they can make the playoffs.
Damn, that's
all.
crazy, dude. Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully.
So
It's
some-
okay.
hopefully- what?
Josh Reynolds is all right.
That's scary.
You said so much for the Raiders?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, yeah, it was your division pick, wasn't it?
second place.
Yeah. I think I don't know.
That's
I don't
wild.
say anything yet. I gotta see the rest of their schedule.
Holy shit. Hopefully Josh Reynolds is okay.
Yeah,
He's
that's
either
wild. We can't
6 and
find anything
0.
on his condition.
I mean, I'm sure they would have let you know if he had passed.
No, I know that about passing, but like how serious?
It just says he was wounded. I haven't seen anything. I mean, a shot to the back of the head, unless it just grazed him, is not going to be anything.
Sorry for the ADD stuff. Welcome to Over Heavyweights. I'm Mija Spimorax.
Jesus.
Young Chris Nicholas Kohloff, aka Microwave Nick. We got Chase, the instigator, in the building. Just riling up Flannel Sam. Did you guys work that out?
I got no problems with Sam. We talked after the show. You know, I told him like the same thing I've said like on air, off air before. Like, you know, I got nothing but
Anytime, any place.
respect for the guy. You know, and you know, like it's nothing personal to me. So like, it seems like we're all cool.
Watch your back.
He is a known serial killer.
Just saying. The rumors may or may not be true.
They may or
just,
may
they
not be
just,
true.
They, you know, appear out of thin air. The rumors are there for a reason. Just saying.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I guess like, you know, like if only the good die young, then like, you know, I'm still alive next year. Like, what's that really say about me? You know?
Yeah. Am I the only one like when a big event's coming up? Like I think to myself, like, damn, dude, I hope hope I'm still alive for that.
Jeez.
You don't ever think that?
I mean,
I thought you meant like a big event, like there's gonna be something.
Oh,
going down.
no,
Jeez.
dude, no. Don't think the way you do. No,
Well,
Jesus.
even I mean, you
White
think
guy
about
over
that.
here.
Yeah, it's true
We're
white
starting this
thoughts.
Thursday show freaking hot. All right, back
No, I'm
to
just saying,
the-
like when I guess like this weekend, for instance, right? Max Holloway versus Ilya Taporia. Big fight, a big fight card. Hamzat Chimaev is back.
Yeah.
You know, my thought process, like, damn, I hope I don't fucking have like a brain aneurysm on like Friday morning.
What?
You don't think that?
I mean,
No.
dude, I do. Every day is a gift.
Right.
You should wake up, you know, thanking God and thanking whoever you thank, whoever you believe in, whoever you speak to for another day. Because every day is a gift, man. You never know what's going to happen.
You really don't.
It's crazy. I've seen a lot of unfortunate deaths here in the past couple of years of people that are, I'm close with that are younger than me even. So it's you got to thank the Lord for every day you wake up breathing.
It's kind of on the same, a little bit of the same topic, just because I was talking about UFC right there, but like Francis Ngannou. I don't know if you guys watched what he did this past weekend. His first MMA fight back since he left the UFC, knocked the man out. But he couldn't even enjoy the moment because his 1-year-old son just passed away like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And that's all I could think about. I couldn't imagine, bro. I just got back from my kids' like student teacher press conferences. But yeah,
how's he
it's
doing?
not guaranteed.
Yeah, what's the report?
What's the
Bro,
update?
this kid's so much smarter than me. It's crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's above the mean.
That's what I like
Pretty
to hear.
good. Yeah, he's a smart kid. And then his brother was there, and so he's like bragging about him because she's like, yeah, he's doing a good job. And he's like, he can do multiplication, which he can. I don't know how, but he can. And so like she threw him one, and I was like, I don't know. I couldn't fucking multiply to like 3rd grade, bro. Halfway through 3rd grade, I couldn't multiply. And this kid is like in pre-K. He's just ripping them off.
Yeah.
Like 8, 12. I don't know. Yeah,
Hell
my kid's
yeah,
smart.
dude.
Shout out to Baby B.
Tell him to be an engineer. Get him an engine. Get him some Legos and shit.
Yeah, he does. He fucks with Legos heavy.
Make this, dude. This is our ticket.
This is our way out. Yeah, honest to God, maybe.
I mean, dude.
Bryson's number one
engineers make
interest.
money, bro.
I'm not gonna say the name, but this girl's school he already likes.
And then he can fund our fucking shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Dude, I'm just saying. I'm not even joking. Like, get the kid into math and science fucking camps and shit.
I'm with you. I'm doing it.
Engineer for sure.
That. But he's in this girl like 2 lockers down from him. Pokemon, Barry Sanders, and Legos.
He's a smart kid.
Legos number 4. So we'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
What a weird fucking start of a Thursday.
Shout out to Baby B.
Shout out to Baby B. That's my guy. I don't know if I put this in the chat or not, and I know like we will talk sports at some point. We're just kind of waiting for everybody to pile in. This is a live show.
Yes.
All right. If you guys don't like the bullshit, and just skip 15 minutes ahead, and it'll be when we finally talk to sports. But did you see Karina Komp? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, Corinna Koff.
Karina Koff? Karina Koff has retired from OnlyFans.
No! God, please, no! No!
You dirty son of a bitch.
Dude,
She's only been active 3. She is.
She's very,
10.
very hot.
For
she's
sure,
a 10
10.
for sure. And
Yeah.
she's got some meaty bastards on her.
I
So
want it, I
She got
want
some
it, I
chest
want
hair.
it.
she's got some absolute knockers on her, dude. So like when I heard she was doing OnlyFans, I was like, yeah, she's gonna get rich. But again, $67 million in 3 years. We need to do better. Like this is we're allowing this. We are facilitating this. There's free porn everywhere.
There is.
Like I will never understand this phenomenon.
I just like imagine being Connor McDavid. You are the best at your sport.
Yeah.
Like they call you Connor McJesus. That's how good you are. You are $12 million off from where she's at still, and all she's doing is taking photos.
Hey man,
That's insane.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
And he probably has just as much of a following.
I
He
hats
doesn't have
off
the
to her,
chest cam.
man. She's taking advantage of weak,
You know what?
sexually
Let me hit that.
deprived men.
Yeah.
But dude, I would do the same fucking thing.
All day. Dude.
Yeah. If anybody
All
wants
day.
to buy my feet pigs, $5 a pop.
But it's really like a luck of a draw thing too, because like you could be an ugly bitch. You know, you can't. I'm just saying, not everyone's born looking like Karina Koff. I'm just
Hitting
saying.
a Tosh joke.
And then I was last night. I was at the Pistons game, and I saw this white guy. I was like, "That's what I'd look like if I was white." Like he had the mullet going on. I was like, "I'd rock a mullet if I was white."
If you are an attractive woman in today's age and you're like not doing well,
Do you think you'd?
it's your own fault. It's
on
like,
you.
look at that, dude.
Yeah.
$67 million.
If you got that extra X chromosome, do you think you'd be an attractive woman?
Oh yeah. You know I'm thick already. I got a fat ass. You know I've been making money.
You're the only one who calls your ass fat. I swear to God.
Let me
Girls
talk
like
to
that.
you.
But
Who
I'll
do you think would be the
making
most
money.
attractive bitch on this show?
Nick.
Yeah, Nick for sure. Nick could be a bad bitch.
No hesitation. Nick would be a bad little Royal Oak toddy walking around the bus.
All right, boys, let's stop sexualizing me. No, girls
It's like,
have
come into work in a dress
You
tomorrow.
can get
girls
that
have
$400
it
a different
so
way.
easy, bro. Girls have it so easy.
Hey, Nick, wear something tight tomorrow, son.
It's like they got you. If you're a hot girl and you
Show
got
some skin
dad,
for us, Nick.
all right. If
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
If you're a hot girl and you got some bad daddy issues, boom, there it is. You're
Money.
willing to risk it all on the line.
I would
Boom,
do it in a
millions.
heartbeat. Like people like shame girls for doing this.
No way.
No fucking way,
Bro.
dude. This is genius. $67 million in 3 years. Shame her all you want. She's got more money than you'll have in your entire life in 3 years.
DNC, ENT. That was a little quick, Spenny.
Hey, I mean, I'm an honest man.
Who'd be the ugliest bitch?
Nick would be a little baddie for sure.
Calling it like you
Who'd be
see
the
it.
ugliest
Chris, for
bitch?
sure.
Yeah, Chris, for sure.
Wait, what?
You'd be the ugliest bitch. For sure.
No
You
way.
look like Caitlin Clark.
No way.
If she had water between her ears.
No, I'd be one of them WNBA thoughts for sure.
Oh,
This
man.
is my
I'd still be
favorite
tall.
open we've ever done.
Yeah, it's definitely
Took
got
a
off the
big
rails.
turn from what it started at to what it is now.
You ever think about dying? What about if you were a girl?
Basically the same thing, right?
Oh, my God.
That's a Daniel Tosh joke. He says, like, being an ugly woman's like being a man. You're going to have to work.
On God, though, dude. Like, you're fucked.
Oh, dude. I just pictured Chris in like a Caitlin Clark jersey. Iowa headband.
Put the camera on you real
I
quick,
would
Chris.
still,
It's gotta
I would
visualize
still
this.
be, I would still be like at least 6 feet though, for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You'd be Caitlin Clark.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, brother.
Oh man,
She is a legend. She's a legend. All right, we'll go to break. We'll
I
talk
can
sports.
definitely picture Nick as a little Royal Oak toddy in the bars.
For sure. You would be a whore for sure.
Nah.
He's such a.
Would you be like one of the free whores, like an OnlyFans whore?
No, you just.
You're kind
If
of.
you're gonna think about it, I don't know, dude.
You'd be an OnlyFans whore for sure. Cause you like your stuff on the side, the tickets. You robbed the FanDuel spot last night.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out FanDuel.
Shout out, yeah.
Just kidding. No free sponsors.
Oh,
And I'll never be betting with them again.
Yep.
No.
They gave me I don't even know if I want to say it
Don't
on
say
air.
it.
Don't
You
say
don't
it.
incriminate yourself.
Exactly.
No.
Just say
Shout
your
out.
little Royal Oak dotty and
Caesar Sportsbook.
shout out Caesar Sportsbook. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We're gonna talk some
Chase would be the
basketball.
sluttiest for sure.
We're gonna talk some Hines. You would be the sluttiest.
I would be the sluttiest for
For sure, dude. You've been giving it out left and right. Let's go to break. We're going to talk about sports coming back. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, no matter where you are, is Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a judgment-free atmosphere. Did you know that all Planet Fitness memberships include fitness training for no extra cost? You want the perks? Get the black card, use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, access to over 2,500 locations worldwide, and unlimited guest privileges. For more information today, go to planetfitness.com or join online or in club. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah.
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Just my girl name's just Spenny.
I don't know what to make it.
Stephanie.
You made one time. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Stephanie.
Have you caught your spouse fantasizing about their coworkers as women? File for divorce with Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law. Scan the QR code above my head or dial 248-971-0476. It's Kevin and Catherine. 10 plus years experience, 24/7 availability. It's KDK Law. They got your back. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. He's joined by Amon-Ra, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nikki. We got Chase, a.k.a. Dirty Shirley in the building. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Share the stream. It's only funny because
I forgot about Dirty Shirley.
Yeah, Dirty Shirley. Where do we want to start, man? Pistons debuted last night. I was there.
I think we got to start with J-Mo.
J-Mo?
I think we do.
All right.
Or you want to wait until the meat of the show to get to J-Mo?
You can't talk about meat of the show. We talked about being girls. I don't care.
We'll start with Pistons.
All right.
Everybody was there except for me.
And me.
Literally.
That's crazy that because you lived there.
I went out.
Where'd you go?
Vivio's and Warren, smashing some muscles with my girl.
Damn.
Nice.
In my hood, no invite, huh?
It's crazy. Imagine
That's
maybe being a third wheel in your date.
Hey, let me get some more muscles.
Bourbon and shit. All right.
Vivio's a good spot.
For real.
I really don't know how to feel about the
Spenny.
game yet.
Spenny.
I could have spelled the EIGH.
That's what they're all putting in the chat.
Yeah. But all right, so the Pistons played a damn good game for the majority of the game. I think they were up at 95-87, and then from there,
Spenny Lynn.
just let it all go.
That would be me, because I'm white trash.
Spinny Lynn?
Spenny
That's
Lynn.
definitely, yeah.
South Warren, Spenny Lynn.
Yeah, Spinny Lynn.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the first half was great. The defense was insane. They were, Cade wasn't hot, but he was distributing the ball. He had almost 10 assists in the first half. But the second half, the defense kind of came down a little bit. That Indiana offense got rolling, and the fourth quarter, they couldn't get a bucket to save their lives. Obviously, Cade Cunningham took over and had 18 points in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, they only scored 19 as a team. That's unacceptable. You can't do that. You need to find someone to close for you. It sucks.
I'm in second place. I don't know how to take that.
You're in second place. All right, people like it. They have been talking about your lips a lot.
Easy, we're taking it as a compliment. That's how we're taking it.
There we go. We're taking it in stride.
People like light skins.
No, man. I'm with you. Cade, a little bit of a slow start. I know you guys got ripped on some parlays last night. We all got ripped on parlays last night. The one guy who fucked me the most, not Nick. We won't talk about that, though. The guy that fucked me the most was the guy who's supposed to be the second best player in the court.
Me too.
And it was Halliburton fucked you over too?
Oh, no.
Oh, you talking about Tobias?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
That was the one I was like, when I called you guys to slap you, I'm like, no, that one actually makes sense.
Yeah,
he
he was 1 for 6. Bricked 3 of them in the fourth quarter. Wide open shots.
All right, so let's start with him. What do you make? What's your grade for Tobias Harris's performance last night?
D.
D?
D.
Damn.
Actually, NA.
Damn.
Incomplete.
You can't say that.
Incomplete. Because he didn't show up in the second half. He didn't score a single point in the second half. The first half, he looked good. He looked impressive. He was in the flow of the offense. He was creating his own shot when he needed to. He knocked down a 3 in the corner. He didn't score a point in the second half. So I grade him incomplete for this game because he fell asleep in the locker room, didn't show up in the second half.
Wake up, huh?
Yeah.
There were moments in that game though, watching him, and I realized, okay, that is kind of what they've been missing, like a solid,
for sure,
veteran, an actual NBA player.
Yes,
like a guy in certain moments too, especially in the paint and those little fadeaways he had, or at least the one he had for sure. We never had anybody with that body control or I don't know how to say this without being weird to calling everyone girls, but the thickness, I guess, to bang in the paint a little bit there. Yeah, the girth. Yeah. Along with a little bit of athleticism too, though. We definitely been missing that, and I was like, damn, we have actual NBA players alongside Cade Cunningham a little bit too. I know he fell asleep at the wheel offensively, and especially from the 3-point line because he did have a couple opportunities he fell asleep at. Actually, he wasn't just the only one, by the way, but C for me, yeah, because I still appreciated the little bit of defense he played. I know Pascal was getting off, but Tobias also not known as a big defender.
He stopped him a couple times. I did notice that.
Even down the
like I said, he did not play in the fourth quarter. He did not play in the third quarter. You're supposed to be the second best player, arguably, on this team. You were brought in here to take some of the heat off of Cade down the stretch and in important points in the game. He didn't score in the second half. You can't do that. Chris?
Yeah, for me, I go C- just because I can't go lower than that because he did have a good first half, and so overall you got to kind of give him a balanced grade. And he did get a couple stops on Siakam down the stretch too that were nice. So I can't be too hard on him, but you're right. The expectation was for him to be the second best player. Now, in reality, what does Tobias as your second best player mean? That's a whole nother discussion, but I just thought that I just thought that 1 for 6 from 3 is unacceptable, especially when you got good looks, and that was what you needed to bail it out because we saw the same story play out all of last year, where Cade goes supernova, and then teams in the fourth quarter say, "All right, it's time to win this game." Somebody else besides Cade Cunningham beat us, and last night the veteran pieces that you got that are supposed to be able to do that better than the players you had before weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
But they're still it's not like these are max players. Like it's not like these guys are going to bail you out every time. These things are going to kind of happen in a season.
That's true. He fell into that role not because he earned it. It's just like the best option there.
We don't need him to bail us out. I need him to hit a shot in the second half. I don't think that's asking for a lot.
You're more mad about the bet.
I am. He bricked 3 wide open threes in the second half. Yeah. Any of them could have turned the game because it was like a 3-point game at that point. We're not asking him to be, Jesus and Miami Heat LeBron wrapped into one player. Like, we're asking him to score a point in the second half. That's not a big ask.
Yeah, and specifically like the last 4 minutes, I felt like he had 4 good
wide open.
Good
he had 3 wide open threes,
and that's when we needed him the most. Obviously, he was brought in here to be a key veteran on this team for leadership and to hit shots. In the first half, he was doing that, but in the second half, I felt like he was. He was open for a lot of those shots, but I do like him when he's slashing to the hole, when he's getting it up in the air, using his athleticism and drawing some contact, getting at the rim. I feel like he didn't do that at all in the second half. He was not getting to the rim at all, and I feel like he settled for a lot of those shots, even if they were, pretty good looks. But yeah, C- for me, just because the first half was really good, but. Tobias, you have to be better. This is a game that the Pistons let slip away, and it reminded me a whole lot of last season, and it sucked to watch.
That's why it fucking hurt, because the game starts, and it did look like a completely different team. And I know the Pacers weren't the champions last year, or even in the finals.
They're
but
Eastern Conference Finals.
Right? And so you're playing really well against them. You're playing very good defensively against an offensive team.
They were a top 5 offense in the NBA last year.
So that's what hurt, because it looks so different just to end the same way. And I felt like we wasted a game where, because 2 characteristics of guys out there last night. One that I love, Cade Cunningham, only 2 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, on the night. And I hope it stays that way, but that's kind of somewhat uncharacteristic of him typically, right? So you wasted that type of game he had. Also, we talk about that third quarter. We'll get to that certain point too. But also from Tim Hardaway Jr., because he's a guy that I'm nervous about going into the season, because he's going to shoot it no matter what.
He knocks him down.
Sometimes, but sometimes he don't. So you also have a night where he's shooting 57% from 3 that you also go to waste. It's like how many times are we going to get that against this type of competition, and we just let it slip out of our hands? But ultimately, they do look different. It didn't feel the same. I know it's night 1, and we felt really good after first 2 games last year. Playing 30 games. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but they definitely, defensively though, that's that shit, man. I almost brought a tear to my eye. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Would you rather them flip this script and be better for 80 games and look bad in the first 2? I just think it's a long season. I think it's of course.
Yeah, but we're reacting to this game.
I know that. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, Christina.
Chrissy.
I'd be a Chase for sure.
Did it feel like last year though, Chris? At the same time, that fourth quarter, just the fourth quarter blows.
It did. But this is my point.
Same old Pistons.
This is my point. Is that there was differences in the defense. There was differences in set plays that I saw run. I can't tell you how many plays that I saw, how many sets I saw run under Monty. It was almost none. There was different changes in it. Yes, it was the same story of Cade playing great and the teammates not being able to bail him out. But again, these are guys that were traded away or just not wanted by their organization in Tobias and Tim Hardaway Jr. So while these are better players than what the Pistons have had before, you cannot expect these type of guys to not have these games. Like, they're going to have these games throughout the season. I think that if they're a competitive team all season, they're going to win a lot more than the 14 games that they saw last year. So I'm not doing the same old Pistons.
No, but we're at the first game,
It's the
Chris.
first
Stop,
game.
Yeah, stop making.
We
We're doing
played one
season
game.
projections off of last night.
We're talking about
piece of
one
shit.
game, singular game, and
I know,
Tobias Harris lost you that game yesterday by not scoring a point in the second half.
You're not wrong, but the turning point for me in momentum and everything was the weird shit Stu was doing. Where he, and by the way, Tim Hardaway shoots all the time. He was on the drive for whatever reason. The one point in the night he didn't want to shoot.
Yeah,
gives it to Stu, and Stu wasn't prepared for it. Obviously, he missed that one. The following one, he jumped up, had to let the ball go, and then Stu just looked at it.
Yeah,
like that was a turning momentum for me. I don't know, man. It does feel different, though. I will say that.
It's just one game where we're reacting to. Obviously,
Yes.
this is the first game of the NBA season. We're not drawing conclusions on the team. We are reacting to what happened yesterday. But we're going to go to break. Speaking of reacting to what happened yesterday, I don't think Jaden Ivey should be closing games for this team. And we're going to talk about that next. But first, tell us about Feldman.
All right, microwave Stephanie or Feldman Chevrolet since 1996. Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Woodward and Maine, every single Lions game day. Make sure you wake up every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. with Woodward and Maine. It's rising star Matt Broder and insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster. Make sure you check it out. And after that, make sure you check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's with Neil Rule and Sean Belegian, and they bring you the best show in the city. Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports. And for home games, they're live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Make sure you guys come check it out.
If we hit 50 likes, we'll switch to Lions talk. 55 likes, how about that? But we got to get the Pistons stuff off the table because it happened last night. And it's the first, we don't ever get to talk Pistons during Pistons season because typically they're just dead to us.
Yes.
Emotionally, we kind of have to block that off. We know what's going on. We can close our eyes to it.
Passion's back.
Passion's back a little bit. There was a little something there, so we'll talk about it.
Felt good.
A little spark.
Speaking of sparks. Yeah, you had a little hot, you had some shots for Ivy here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with what I said. So I don't know. Obviously, this is a microwave Stephanie situation. I think the best closing lineup for this Pistons team would be Cade Cunningham, Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren. I think that gives you Jalen Duren as a guy to set screens and roll to the basket. You have two shooters in Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. out there, and two guys that can create their own shot in Tobias Harris and Cade Cunningham. I think that would be the best case scenario. You said, Nick, you wanted to see Tobias more when he's cutting to the basket, when he's getting in the lane and doing things. To free him up to do that is to bring another shooter on the floor. So if you have Malik Beasley and Tobias Harris, and Tim Hardaway Jr., who can stand on the perimeter, Duren setting screens, and then Cade doing his thing with Tobias slashing or creating his own shot,
I think that would be the best closing lineup personally. Obviously, it's very early in the season. Obviously, JB Bickerstaff knows his team and basketball more than I do.
Yeah.
But that's what I would go with. Seeing how 19 points in a quarter in general, but especially in the fourth quarter of your home opener in a game that you were very handedly winning for a majority of it, is absolutely unacceptable. You need to close out the game. Personally, I think there's a feeling out process for JB Bickerstaff and for these guys. It's a new team, a lot of new players, a new head coach. He's trying to feel out who should be in what situation and what pairings work. Personally, that's what I would do with in the last 7 minutes of the game. When you put in your last lineup and you let them run until the end of the game, I would go Cade, Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren, giving you a screener and a roller in Duren, two guys who can create their own shots, and two guys who stand on the perimeter and knock down shots.
When did Cade check back in? How much time was left before?
It was like 5 minutes or so because he played
Yeah.
extensively almost all of the third quarter. So
that offense was
one
dead.
thing.
It was stale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have
Beforehand.
to disagree with you, Spencer, because I see the problems with Ivy, but you know what? He was also one of the few players down the stretch that was making those highlight plays that got the energy back in the building. Like that and one, the way he attacked the basket. I get that you're saying Tobias can create his own shot and that Tim Hardaway can create his own shot, but I think to the extent that they can create a shot, Ivy can get to the rim just as good, if not better. That is his skill set.
But he wasn't making shots at the rim. He is a liability defensively still. Like, T.J. McConnell was routinely getting past him to the basket.
McConnell cooked him that fourth quarter.
I did not like that.
I gotta put that on Duren too, because where the fuck was the rim protection? I know Miles Turner was stretching him out for a few plays, but he was But there was plays where he wasn't on Miles Turner and he could have chased down, blocked T.J. McConnell when
But
he
that
was
was all
going on
in
the 8-0
the
run.
beginning of the fourth when Duren was out as well.
No. That play I'm talking about was late third quarter.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is that Ivy offers a higher upside in shot creation, and it is an ebb and flow to a season. I have to see more of a sample before I can come to that same conclusion, because I do think that when the cards are completely falling like they did that game, and Cade couldn't do anything because all the defensive focus was on him. Ivy slashing to the basket. He wasn't making shots, but I believe he could do that at a better clip. I believe that he could be more of a creator than a Tim Hardaway Jr., who did have a hot game but went ice cold down the stretch. So I think I would rock with Ivy at least till I see a stronger sample size. Easy, where are you at with this?
Kind of along those lines, like it is game one, right? And he's just that type. He just is what he is, man. Like, you're gonna get it some nights, and sometimes you're not. It's just it's very Russell Westbrook-esque without the supreme talent
without the
along
super
with
upside.
it. Yes, without the super upside of it. Like, that's just the type of player he is, and that's why I don't want to get in that conversation. I don't want to feel like I'm bashing the kid. He's obviously here to stay. We'll
Yeah,
find
for
out
sure.
this year,
I just think it fits better. Like I said, no
I'm with
bashing
you.
Ivy.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw out of him a lot.
That's what I've always wanted.
He played very well defensively in the first half.
Yeah, he did.
He was making some
The
stops.
whole team, man, the
he had,
switching.
he's forced Tyrese Halliburton to pick up his dribble a couple times because he was so intense in that perimeter defense. I loved seeing that. But when it come down the stretch, the whole team fell apart. This isn't just a Jaden Ivey thing.
You're correct.
The entire team fell apart in the fourth quarter. So what was out there didn't work. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tried something different against the Cavaliers.
Benedict Mathurin kind of put it on them too.
Yeah.
At one point where he fucking sunned him.
When has he not? Like, dude, he's gonna kill the Pistons every single time
Mathurin?
they play. He's that type of player. Sorry to step on
No,
your
you're
toes,
good.
Spenny.
No, I was at the game, and like during like timeouts shit like that, or like little coming back like from commercial breaks, whatever. Like, he was out chirping the bench. I think him and Holland got into it. Then obviously him and Ivy have his thing. But like, Mathurin, he's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't say shit to Tom Gores. I don't think he knew that Tom Gores was there. I'm sure he would have.
He would have for sure.
Yeah, but like, he just. I mean, it's bygones. He's gone. That's the guy I wanted. But like, I don't know. For me, what disappoints me and Ivy is that like those are the games where I want you to step up. Right. Because of like he's such an asshole to you specifically. He made comments referencing your draft pick. Mm-hmm. He made comments referencing you. He went at you in the All-Star break. Like that's that's like the type of games where you got to match that energy, or like because we know we got at that point, and we've seen enough of these duels where he hasn't like matched that level of intensity. But it is what it is, man. Like I'm not. There's no point in bitching about it.
And then so you got Big M in the Woodward Sports Chat. The Ivy dislike on this show is crazy. Is anything
dislike.
we said false? Just let me know. Did you like the offense you saw in the fourth quarter out of the Detroit Pistons? Because I didn't.
Chris, you've been an Ivy sympathizer. Like, are we? Is anything we're saying false right now?
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say false. I would just, and I get that you could say, Cade and Ivy have been playing together for a while, but I really look at that game as one of those nights where the shots just weren't falling in the fourth. And yes, part of that is execution, but some of that is just the ebbs and flows of a basketball season. So I really need to see more, because I believe that when the cards are down, Ivy is a higher level shot creator than this stage Tobias Harris and all of the other options that the Pistons have to offer.
But who's more reliable? Who would you bet on to make the play?
I mean, look, Tobias had 0 points in the second half, so I think we're really just picking at straws here. Like I don't think it's
because
crazy.
he was a post-up shooter because you had two ball-dominant guards out there. So Tobias was just standing in the corner like Nick was talking about, like you were talking about. How do you do that? You bring in another shooter and let him free up to create on his own and to slash and attack.
I like that idea, Spenny. I really do. But I also like the way that Ivy was able to get to the hole in this game. He was able to draw fouls, and he was he was knocking down his free throws, which I thought was really key for this game. So I want to say, like, obviously this isn't, like you guys said, there's not blame on one person. No. Tobias, I thought, choked the hardest down the stretch, though.
Tobias, I'm not saying Ivy had a bad game or anything. I'm just saying the fit of the closing unit that I would like more. And that's all it is. I'm not saying that Ivy was bad. I'm just saying I think because you're going to have, no question, in your closing unit, you're going to have Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris, and Cade Cunningham. Yeah. No question. I think putting two knockdown three-point shooters out there with those three would be better. But also, the worst players in this game, it was Simone Fontecchio.
Yes.
Uncharacteristic.
And here we go. Here's these idiots in the chat again. Shawn Michaels, it's the first fucking game, you casuals. Yeah, that's why we're reacting to the first game.
Yeah, I don't want to react to those guys.
It's not what the season's going to be like. It's what happened last night.
Before we move on from that, I do want to say this, though. I do agree with you, Chris, and actually Nick, you kind of hinted to it as well. Like, times where stuff did feel a little stale, he was kind of like the pick-me-up.
Especially at home.
Like I said, bro, I'm not saying he had a bad game. I liked what I saw out of Jaden Ivey. But the fit in the closing unit, where this team that scored 19 points in the fourth quarter, which is absolutely unacceptable, would be better with more shooters.
So let's start there. Chris, who is your closing five?
My closing five as of now would be especially... Because I really want to put Tech in there because I like Tech, but Tobias, I just think Tech is a much better shooter. I trust Tech throughout the course of a season, but
more than Tobias.
Yes, as a shooter and floor spacer, yes, and I think that he's fine defensively enough and rebounding enough that we can make that work. So I kind of want to go right now, Cade, Ivy, and then whoever's feeling it that game between Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley, and I think Fontecchio and Tobias are also interchangeable, and then Duren. Like I think that those two wing spots
five players.
If
who
I
would your five
closing
be?
Go.
Yes. Not closing 8. Who is your closing 5?
I get you, but I just think
it's
those
one
two
game.
are
It's fair. I know.
I just think those two are interchangeable.
Well,
I'd go Beasley and Tech.
So your closing 5 would be Cade, Ivy, Beasley, Fontecchio, and Duren.
Yes.
Okay.
Nick?
That's what I do.
Cade, Ivy, Beasley, Harris, Duren. I trust Beasley to knock down the open three more than I do Tobias Harris.
He was playing some good defense,
and I like the way that Ivy can attack the basket and get you some free throws if you need it. And I do have faith that his three-point shot will get there where it can be dependable this season. Last night, I didn't really even see him take too many threes.
He only took 2.
So I think he'll get there by the end of the year. But I think the biggest thing that Spenny's kind of alluding to, you do need space for Cade. So for Ivy to be in this spot, he will need to get that three-point percentage higher, or else it's not going to work.
I agree with that. And that was one thing I did want to point out, too, is that we were having show topics just less than 24 hours ago talking about how Ivy was shooting amazing in the preseason. And, you know, and he didn't have a good game last night.
He did not. Not shooting-wise.
Shooting-wise.
Like I said,
Shooting-wise, yes.
If he can shoot just as well as Tim Hardaway Jr. or Malik Beasley, then, yeah, keep him out there. But track record on the season, I would expect them to shoot a higher percentage. Not that much higher. Like, I expect Jaden Ivey to be good.
Yeah.
But he is a ball-dominant guy as well. And like what Nick was talking about with Tobias Harris slashing the basket, it'll be harder for him to get work like that in the fourth quarter if he's out there with Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. He would be almost exclusively a corner shooter.
Yeah, I think I could be the odd man out. And I know it's just one game, and I know he's a rookie, but Hardaway and Holland are my two fillers.
I liked Holland a lot. I would not
his grit.
I would not be mad if you put Holland out there, but again, I think you need more shooting on that court. But
That's fair.
Like I said, JB Bickerstaff, it's a new team. He's a new head coach. He's going to be trying a lot of different things, trying a lot of different combinations to see what works and to see what gets the most results. Obviously, that fourth quarter was not pretty for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
So you could expect a little bit of tweakage in the Cleveland game, I would assume. But we are going to go to break. We'll be back, and we're going to talk Lions, you degenerates. So don't worry. But let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee. Fuel your Lions fandom with a perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Choose your favorite roast. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake, unwind, support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. And let me tell you about Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. You can get up to $1,000 back if your first bet doesn't hit using code word Woodward 1,000, minimum $25, maximum $1,000. You get the money back if your bet doesn't hit. Scan the QR code above my head and use code word Woodward 1,000. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Very upset with the poll results. Scan the QR code, guys. You have the opportunity to win free bud for an entire year, free cannabis for an entire year, free weed, free wacky tobacco, free grass, free devil's lettuce, whatever the hell you want to call it. It is free for an entire year. Terms and conditions do apply, but make sure you scan the QR code and give yourself the opportunity to win free bud for an entire year from Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. What up, though? Welcome back. What Heavyweights live on sports.com. I'm joined by Spenny, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nikki. We got Dirty Shirley in the building. Smash that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We can keep talking Pistons. There's definitely a lot of Pistons talk. There's a rookie there, but Spenny would like to get to the meat.
The meat and potatoes.
After he won the girl poll.
I did. I'm the baddest bitch here, so.
You make the rules.
This is fact.
Shout out. You know I'd have the heavies.
I can see abs with that. Yeah. I would too.
Oh, for sure.
I'd be your classic like fat, hot, light skinned bitch. Like, you ever see like the light skin? Like,
Yeah, the good old fashioned.
They're super pretty, but they're like fat. Like yeah.
You're not that pretty.
Damn.
Let's go.
Hey, dude, I was on Famous Footwear when I was 4. Never forget.
Let's talk about the Detroit Lions. Not talking about banging our female versions of ourselves, but Jameson Williams, it is official. He is not appealing his suspension, so he will serve a 2-game suspension. 1 game being this week at home against Tennessee, and game 2 being on the road at the Frozen Tundra in Green Bay. That one sucks. Like this one this week,
yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. You know, we're going to beat Tennessee with or without J-Mo. No offense. I really would like to have him in Green Bay. So, unfortunately, he will not be available for that game either. Do we have his statement? Did you send that to Chris?
I did not send that to Chris.
I can find it.
I sent something in.
I could send it if you like.
Yeah, I got what
you need
for J-Mo.
I can read it. I got it on my phone.
Read his statement for the people. This is what Jameson Williams had to say about his suspension from the NFL for 2 games due to violating the performance-enhancing substance, not drugs, substance list.
This week, I was notified by the NFL that I have been suspended for a violation of the performance-enhancing substance policy. The news came to me as a complete surprise that I'm still trying to understand. I don't take supplements or vitamins, and I'm overly cautious about even taking over-the-counter medicine. At no time have I ever taken something in an attempt to cheat or look for an unfair advantage. I understand that I am responsible for everything that goes into my body and have to take accountability in this instance. I have nothing but love and respect for this game, my teammates, coaches, and the Lions organization in the city of Detroit. It is disappointing to accept this suspension, and it will hurt me to be away from the team as well as they prepare this week. So out of respect to my teammates, this will be the last time I address this matter. J-Mo.
Well, I mean, what else do you want him to say? What else is he going to say? That's what you got to say. And like I said, it was a mistake. It cost him a couple games. It sucks, but he's going to be back in no time. So, no, we're not trading for fucking Cooper Kupp. Like, stop.
Yeah, I don't know where that.
I've seen so much of that.
So I think it's because on the books, a certain sports book put us as a 4th team with the best odds. But like, no,
we have the second best odd for Lamar Jackson. They're not trading for Cooper Kupp. Any assets that would thought about being used for Cooper Kupp,
defensive end,
should go for a defensive end. Yes.
Absolutely.
But Jameson Williams, we'll get into that. The next segment we're going to talk about who needs to step up in his absence. But this is kind of weird, no? It is like the NFL's not. I don't know if they come out and say what people get suspended for or the drug. I'm sure he was made aware. Like, he had to have been made aware of what specific.
Well, you have to if it's something you didn't knowingly take, like, so you don't do it again.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
I mean, there's theories.
Yeah, there's theories.
There's the walk. There's the.
I didn't want to say, but yeah.
The honey pack. There's like I said, it could just be he took over-the-counter cold and flu medicine from Kroger.
Yeah.
That had a thing in it that the NFL didn't like. Could be. He said he doesn't take supplements though, so
that's the thing to me too. Like, for all like the Vikings fan base that like is just trying to make this like a PED thing. Like, you don't get suspended 2 games for PEDs. If you're doing anything anabolic to give you that much of an unfair advantage, it wouldn't be a 2-game suspension. Secondly, have you seen Jameson Williams? Like, all due respect to the man, he's obviously a superhuman athlete, but like, he's not super huge. I don't think he's like.
He's not this physical specimen.
Yeah, and to be honest, too, I don't think he's too in tune with what he's putting into his body. When you look at like his Snapchats and the stuff that we've posted, the stuff that's gone viral, the fucking hamburger with fucking, maybe that's what it is.
That's
all the fucking microplastics in the McDonald's food. He's making the fucking double cheeseburger with the fucking machine. Yeah,
that's why they didn't
it's always down. Like, what other weird thing he did? The hot Cheeto nacho shit?
That's good.
That would be good. But I'm just saying, like, a guy like that, to me, isn't overly cautious with what he puts in his body. So it really could have been something mistakenly or whatever it may be. But I'm glad he took the suspension now, just because I looked up like the odds of like appealing the NFL suspensions. They're not in anyone's favor.
No.
I think the one that always is of note was Richard Sherman's, and that was the PED violation, by the way. But he got off because there was some type of tampering or some loose ends where during the transportation of his piss, of the testing samples.
Yeah, we should have hired somebody to to go rough up the JMO sample when it was on the way to the lab. Yeah, we could have got fish in there.
Yeah, fish. Fish.
Breaking in like fucking
Tom watching
Cruise,
rugby
like,
because it's 3 a.m.
descending
still.
from a balcony on like a rope. Like it's
caught.
Mission Impossible. Oh, I love you, Fish. I miss you, buddy.
Fishing impossible.
Fishing Impossible. Miss you, Fish. But yeah, the
McFlurry burger is fire.
McFlurry burger is awful. We tried
terrible.
that live on air. Not good. Someone Cartier said a Vikings fan laced his coney. Was in Minnesota. Maybe it was some foul play. You never know. Those Vikings fans. Oh, those little rascals. But it's just it's a mistake, man. It happens. It happened to Jimmy Garoppolo. It's gonna happen to anybody.
He got the 4-game. He was actually he was.
I thought
something.
his was the 2-game too.
No, I'm pretty sure he got a 4-game one.
Oh well.
Let me check it out.
Like I said, JMO probably just took a honey pack, went out and cracked out a little thing, and then he got flicked for it. It sucks. Just don't let it happen again, man.
Nick?
That's where I'm at. Don't let this happen again. This is the, first time he was injured. Second time was gambling. Obviously, the rules weren't clear there. And then this third one, it might be unfortunate, but you're not going to be playing maybe the biggest regular season game of our season in Lambeau.
No. Can't say that. You said the biggest regular season game was Arizona.
It was a must-win, which we won. Like I said, it would catapult for our success, which it has.
That's
Never
true.
been wrong.
Oh, you were correct about the 2 games.
It was 2 games for G. Yeah, I would make a bet that it is a similar, if not the same substance that Jameson Williams and porn star Jimmy both got flicked with, because it's probably just I said, the rhino pill or.
I guess he didn't. So Jimmy G didn't turn his papers in correctly for a therapeutic use exemption, and so he still popped
therapeutic.
whatever it was.
We know what therapy he was dealing with.
Well, he did come off an injury. He signed with the Raiders. He's still cheeks though.
But where was it? Jay Cruzen said JMO ate the double chicken Big Mac.
There's for sure steroids in McDonald's food. It
could be growth hormone from eating too much McDonald's. Like we're saying that as a
real
joke,
shit.
But it could actually be that. Denver Blair, Josh Reynolds was shot in the arm and the back of the head. Yeah. If you guys are just joining in, former Detroit Lions wide receiver Josh Reynolds.
But he's fine though, right? Like
I haven't seen a report. I mean, I haven't seen anything that he's not okay, and I haven't seen anything that he is okay. I would assume if he was in any kind of life-threatening, situation, they would have put that in the article. But yeah, Josh Reynolds was shot twice leaving a strip club in Denver. Once in the arm and once in the back of the head. We don't know the extent to the back of the head, but if it wasn't just a graze, that could cause some serious damage. So hopefully Josh Reynolds is all right.
Okay, hold on.
Steve Lehman says he's good.
Yeah, despite being shot in the back of the head and arm last Friday, Josh Reynolds received treatment for only minor injuries per Broncos.
Okay, cool. So hopefully it was just grazed him or something like that.
Yeah.
But damn, that's scary.
Yeah, the way you guys kept making it
scary as
sound,
hell.
because I was like kind of jokingly said at the beginning of the show, I was like, wait, oh my God. Like,
French Montana got shot in the head, point blank.
I could tell he fucking sucks.
That's why he sounds like that.
Montana.
He literally got shot point blank, execution style,
how's he
back of the
sound?
head. You know how French talks?
A little bit slur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because point blank, back of the head, execution style.
He ruins that song, by the way.
What song?
You are
Oh yeah,
unforgettable.
but French has bangers. Don't hate
yeah,
on
French
Stay Scheme is a
That
fucking.
song
that's a
still
banger.
bangs.
dude. Paranoid. I be so paranoid. That's a banger, dude. Excuse My French is a good album.
Mob Sticks?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the
Yeah.
one.
Talk
Nothing.
about me at the trap house. Yeah, that's a banger too,
Huh?
dude. Excuse My French is a good album. I won't
Chase?
take
Let's
it.
do the first one. Look at that.
Oh.
And you know it.
And you know it. We are going to go to break, though. We're going to talk about who the Detroit Lions need to step up in the absence
Cooper
of Jameson
Kupp?
Williams.
Cooper Kupp?
Is Cooper Kupp a trade target for the Detroit Lions? Coming up next. But first, let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today, open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a $20 haircut special. It comes with the scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code in the corner of the screen to get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men It's wicked awesome.
And you want to know where the best pregame Lions party is October 27th? Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show. It is the best bar in Detroit, bar none. Only at second best bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
You and I pay our bills. Unlike my opponent, Dave Coulter, I won't take advantage of my job because I work for you. I'm Nick Jonai, and by the way, I do pay my water bills on time, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Nick Jonai for Oakland County.
Salvation Army, the Red Kettle campaign, guys. Make sure you scan the QR code or visit registertoring.com for your opportunity to give back to the community. You can do one in person starting November 7th. Or it's all the way up to Christmas Eve, by the way, excluding Thanksgiving and Sundays. Or start right now, online, giving back to your community. Registertoring.com is a Red Kettle campaign. Sign up. Sign up.
Sign up.
Sign it up. Yeah, what you doing? Smash that like button.
You ringing on the corner yet?
I'm easy to jump by some
Gotta hit
Rex.
that corner and start ringing, shorty.
Whoa, real quick. Happy fucking birthday, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Happy birthday to the sun god, yeah.
For real, happy birthday to the sun god. Who I would definitely thought he was like a summertime kid, but I guess not. October. I guess it's always sunny in California.
It's true. And Philadelphia.
I mean, you're named after sun god. That's why I registered with like a summer birthday.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess that makes sense.
Is what it is.
I thought you were talking about like horoscope wise.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
more of a Libra.
Jared Goff, October birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Jameer Gibbs, October birthday.
No, I don't even know.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, October birthday.
Frank Ragnow, too. His birthday was pretty... Yeah, Brian Branch was yesterday.
Brian Branch? Yeah, that's the one that, yeah. Wow.
Frank Ragnow's was like a couple weeks ago, too. I don't know
a lot
if
of
it was
goats
still
born in October.
They obviously target players that are born in October.
Hey.
Drake next.
Well, let's start doing that for our draft breakdowns.
Yeah. The way you looked at me.
Astrology, Nick.
I mean, my birthday's the end of September. Shout out.
Mine too.
Shout out.
I got the same blood as these guys. Let's go.
What's your sign,
It's
Nick?
that dog mentality. Let's go.
What's your sign? What's
I'm
your
a
name?
Libra.
What's your
Shout
sign?
out.
Oh, you're Libra.
Yes.
Come here often, shorty? Can I buy you a
Don't
drink?
know what it means.
I knew it was going
Don't know what it means.
All right, so obviously
The
Jameson
Libra is the
Williams.
swan, Nick.
Oh, Burn, lighten up the chat real quick. Let me read this. Burn with a Woodward Sports super chat. He said, a lot of misfortune befallen these players who refuse to re-sign with Detroit. You know, that sound like you called a hit on the guy. No, but yeah, if you're just joining, Josh Reynolds shot in the back of the head and in the arm. He is okay. He's going to be fine. But just a scary situation, him leaving a strip club, and that happened. But going forward, Jameson Williams out for 2 weeks with the suspension. Who do you think needs to step up? Because there are some rumbles out there. Lions fans clamoring for Cooper Kupp. Not going to fucking happen.
No.
I would put my future child's inheritance, which is like $20, on the Detroit Lions to not trade for Cooper Kupp. That's not going to happen. J-Mo's only gone for 2 weeks. They'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be good. We talked about this a little bit on Monday, but like my sole confidence relies in a guy that a lot of people think that I hate, and it's Jared Goff. We talked about today with Dose of Dion over on the LNU stuff. Like, he is my utmost confidence because year 3 of this thing, And it's high-octane offense, by the way. He's got the keys to a fucking Ferrari. And he knows how to handle that bitch. Yeah, he knows where all his guys are going to be, where all his landmarks are, in situations of rest. Even if you're a new guy in JMO's spot, I guess there might be a little bit of timing thing because JMO's a lot more faster than other human beings.
Mm-hmm.
But JMO also had to work on that time. He had to slow himself down to actually run these routes. I remember Amon-Ra talking about that. I remember JMO himself talking about that. So it's very much a timing offense. If you're in that spot and you've been in the offense long enough, which we have veterans now, Tim Patrick, Allen Robinson, veteran, you know what I'm saying? Like I have confidence Jared Goff is going to get those guys the ball when he needs to. Beyond that, he has chemistry with Khalif Raymond at this point. We know who his son God is. I mean, he's the fucking son God. All-pro wide receiver, another guy all-pro, and Sam Laporta. I just think it's going to be a collection of guys. I don't think anybody can solely replace Jameson Williams because not everybody can do what Jameson Williams does.
Yeah, and Cartier in the Woodward Sports Chat says, I wouldn't be mad if we got Cup. I would be mad if we got Cup.
I'd be furious.
Honestly, I would be
pissed.
extremely mad if we got Cup.
I would throw something.
If we use any assets to get something that's not an edge rusher, I would be mad. But they're not going to happen, so don't even got to worry about it. I saw someone in the chat, Xavier D said Leaf was running his route Sunday. We did see Khalif Raymond get a touchdown on one of those Jameson Williams over routes where he's coming across the middle of the field, makes a move, gets the ball, catch and run for the rest of it. So look out for him to fulfill some of those roles. But for me, maybe not like running his routes or being in his spot or running his plays, but I expect Tim Patrick to have a big role in this offense in the next 2 weeks. We saw the confidence already being established with Jared Goff in a couple games. He has been a contributor already for victories for this Detroit Lions team this year. He's been in that role before of a guy who has to be relied on in an offense. So I expect Tim Patrick to be a guy that you see his usage step up a little bit, maybe not getting 7 targets or anything like that, but instead of 3 targets, maybe he gets 5. Maybe he makes another catch. Maybe they go deeper shots to Tim Patrick down the sideline instead of what you would hit Jameson Williams with. But we did see Khalif get one of those long drag routes across the middle.
Yeah.
We saw them take a deep shot to Khalif Raymond in that game as well. That was open. If Jared Goff would have put a better ball on him, it would have been a touchdown. No shots, just saying what happened.
Yeah.
And
Jared Goff hater, we get it.
Yeah, I know. But Tim Patrick, I think, is a guy that could use a little more boosted workload. He's proven that he can make it happen, and him and Goff have been on the same page so far.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Jameson Williams was on the field when Khalif Raymond scored that touchdown. He was on the far end of it, but again, there's no one singular person who's going to fill in the shoes of Jameson Williams.
No.
It's going to be death by 1,000 cuts. That's going to be the approach. We have that type of offense. And that's what, Ben Johnson, to begin, we were worried about Sam Laporta. We were worried about, these are guys we said had slow starts. And that really wasn't the case. There's just so many weapons that could be utilized on this offense that, it's going to be somewhat different every week. And guess what? Next week, it's not going to be Jameson Williams. He's going to be the odd man out.
Yes.
And we're still able to operate that way because we have so many other guys. Even guys like Khalif Raymond who don't typically see a lot of snaps or you don't really think of when you think about the high-octane Detroit Lions offense, is still getting in the team or getting snaps and being productive. So it's not who's going to replace them. It's just who, everyone's going to have to take their fair share. And I think Tim Patrick probably is that guy, just in terms of who gets more. Probably Sam Laporta this one.
And also, I look at it people have said that Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, they're going to get more involved in this offense for sure. But the middle of the field is going to be a little tighter now. Without the threat of Jameson Williams, without that speed on the field, the safeties are going to be in a little bit more. So that middle of the field, while they'll still get their work done, it's going to be a little bit more congested. So those shots down the sidelines are going to be open. I don't expect them to take these shots against the Titans, because they're not going to have to. They can just run the ball against the Titans and win. But against Green Bay, if those safeties are creeping in a little bit, you take a shot down the sideline to Tim Patrick. That's a guy who can go up and get a ball. And those shots are going to be more available now that Jameson Williams isn't in this offense, because they're going to be more focused on stopping the run and stopping the middle of the field passing attack.
Yeah, just a little bit of dive idea of this Titans defense as well. Their linebackers have been the worst coverage linebackers in the league so far, quite literally the worst coverage linebackers in the league. And they're also just traded one away in Ernest Jones to the Seattle Seahawks. That's why, for me, if a particular name is going to see more snaps, probably Sam Laporta in this one. The Titans, by the way, ranked number 1 against the run.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I guess it's not that crazy. They got the Sweat and Simmons in there.
Yeah.
At a clog some
They got
holes.
a pretty good defensive line.
They do. But we'll be fine either way. I'm not really tripping off of, again, Jared Goff, is he still the quarterback of this team?
Jared Goff is still the quarterback for this team the last time I checked.
Ben Johnson still calling plays?
As of 6:05 on Thursday, yes.
Fuck it, we ball.
fucking we ball.
We are Gucci. Nick?
Are you guys concerned at all about going up against one of the best safeties in the league without a Jameson Williams to hold him back?
No.
That's against a Xavier McKinney?
No.
For the Packers?
No.
Okay. Because that's the first thing my mind went to. Because he gets to,
Okay, because I thought you were talking about the Titans.
No, he doesn't have to be as far back, on these routes for J-Mo, because he's not in this game. You don't put that, oh shit, his speed, that fear into that safety room the way you would with J-Mo out there. That's what concerns me. I'm not worried about the Titans at all. And I do think we can beat the Packers without J-Mo. I just think it's harder without him on the field because one of their best players, it specifically impacts him.
Well, yeah, it's definitely harder. Like he is one of, if not your best playmakers. It's going to be harder to win games against good teams without one of your top playmakers. But I still have the faith in them to do it. I still have the faith in them to go over there and to, methodically move the ball up and down the field against the Green Bay defense and win the game. It is going to be harder, but suck it up, Buttercup. Nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah, that's the one that hurts, just because they could end up being that, especially if you don't address the edge. And again, I'm not like pressing for it to be addressed immediately or sooner than later at all. But like, if it's not addressed by then, talking about the edge position, then that's one where that might suck because that could end up being like a shootout. I don't know that like we're gonna have the fortunes to be able to run the ball methodically down the field, just because we may be fucking just. Let me in and shoot out. But we'll see. Xavier McKinney, though, I do like him to be distracted by Jameson Williams, But like I said, Jared Goff, even in that situation, unless Xavier's baiting him into something, I have confidence JG's going to get the ball to whoever is open, regardless.
I'm way more worried about not having any edge rushing help than not having Jameson Williams against the Packers. Way more worried about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it all goes like hand in hand.
Yeah, that's exactly. When you talk about people stepping up, and you guys have mentioned a lot of names here, I think you have to go back to the All-Pro, Sam Laporta, 2.8 targets per game this season. What are we doing, Jared? Obviously we have the number one offense, so that's obviously what we're doing here. But without Jameson Williams, I expect that to get up to a 6 or 7 targets per game without Jameson Williams in these next 2 games. Let your second-year All-Pro rookie from last year, obviously, let him get out and shine, gain some confidence moving forward. So when J-Mo comes back, you can't stop this offense no matter what, but it's just going to be even that much more dangerous.
I'm with you on that. That's specifically this game for damn sure Sam Laporta, just because of the matchup. And then, you look at like last year when J-Mo wasn't really a strong part of the offense. Who was getting that rest of those looks? It was Sam Laporta, and he was an All-Pro with that. So it's not like he can't step up and fill those shoes. And it's not like this offense won't be a top 5 one in the absence of Jameson Williams. It absolutely will be. It just the division one's kind of where you want it.
I agree. Chris, who do you need to step up?
Yeah, I need it to be Sam Laporta, and that's what I said earlier. Is I know that he's not running the same routes that Jameson Williams is, but we all know the caliber of player that he can be, the caliber receiver that he can be in that tight end slot. And I need to see it from him. And I don't think that the reason he's not doing the numbers he was last year is because of anything on his part. I think it's just the offense moving and shifting towards J-Mo. But you know what? J-Mo was suspended for the first 6 games of last season.
Yep.
And Sam Laporta had some damn good games in that. So I'm ultra confident that Sam Laporta can fill into this role, that they didn't forget those plays that are in the playbook.
Forget those
plays. They have what they need to get it done. So I'm good with it. I think he's the guy to look for.
I like it. We got a lot of options, a lot of mouths to feed, even without Jameson Williams, unfortunately, for 2 games here because of the suspension due to violating the NFL's performance enhancing substances list. Not drugs, performance enhancing substances. But we'll go to break. We got a lot to talk about coming up next. But first, tell us about 1800.
1800 Tequila. They were just in the studio today showing off their new bottle. What was it called? The Blanco, correct?
Yes, it is. It's just the Blanco, but it's a Lions-themed bottle.
A Lions-themed Blanco. I saw it on the stream. It did look awesome. It looked incredible.
It's pretty badass.
1800 Tequila, the smoothest tequila in the game. Proud partners with the Detroit Lions and with Woodward Sports. Their live watch parties. They're at Hey Social And I believe Pete talked about it ad nauseum there, that the Tequila Girls will be there for the streams in the future. So be sure to check that out. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tequila in the game. Please drink responsibly.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. They are now have signature wings, 7 different flavors. Choose every one. Try them and figure out which one you like the best. I personally like the spicy garlic the most. But like I said, limited time offer. Get them while you can. Find a Soroki's near you at Sorokis.com. Honestly, no lie, those wings are fire.
They're absolutely they're phenomenal. Soroki's is really
just the plain ones too. Like just regular old wings.
So we talk about the biscuits. The other thing that's underrated that I don't think we talk about enough
Honey
is the
butter
Soroki's
biscuits.
sauce. The Soroki sauce is gas too.
Oh yeah.
But make sure you smash that like button. Welcome back to the Heavyweights. Spenny, I have a little bit of a theory, if you will. Chat, Chase, Nick, Chris, tell me if I'm tripping or not.
All right.
So I think,
man, you're tripping. You're thinking, you know you're tripping.
I think at the press of a button, Brad Holmes can make Zarius Smith happen.
Yes.
Like there's been rumored, there's links to the franchise. I saw quotes even with Zarius Smith talking about and I don't know if these are real or not. So I didn't look into.
I get to play Minnesota and Green Bay twice.
You saw those as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like I think that those conversations have been had. Listen to the clip we played of Dan Campbell from earlier this week. He had mentioned how much football a guy has left. The fact that they're kind of waiting to even make the trade tells me it's a veteran guy. It's gonna be able to hop in the system because they've played multiple systems, whether that be through multiple teams or coaches. And I just think, given the link, that name is Darius Smith. The reason why I think they're waiting though, and maybe it's hopeful.
Green Bay can't game plan for it?
No, not even that. I think there's still conversations out there about a Myles Garrett. And I just don't think that Brad obviously isn't comfortable with the conversations being had, the prices being asked for. Even not even just Myles Garrett. It could be a Harold Landry that you're going to face this weekend too. Just other guys out there of higher tiers that Brad's not in a rush to do, because why wouldn't you wait until the deadline for that? Like, don't rush into something that just doesn't make sense, especially when you know you can get Darius Smith at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, we said this, before that this wasn't going to happen anytime soon. This wasn't going to happen next week. This wasn't going to happen the week after.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen until after Houston. Would I like to have him for Green Bay and Houston? Yeah, for sure. You're playing 2 very, very good quarterbacks. I'd love to have some help there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. This is going to take some time. It's going to be closer to the deadline. And I said I would love Za'Darius Smith. If Za'Darius Smith was a Detroit Lion, I would be extremely, extremely excited. And I think he would fit perfectly for what we need. I think he would fit perfectly on this team.
But do you think there's, I guess, bait out there or hook in the water for Myles Garrett?
I do.
And that's tied to the waiting.
Like Dan Campbell is the first one that said it. Nothing is off the table. They are flipping every stone. They are opening every door. They are looking in every cereal box for the little prize inside. Like they need to make sure every avenue is ventured, to make sure every stone is turned, and that's doing due diligence as a general manager and as a head coach. That's what you got to do. If you have the ability to get a Myles Garrett, why would you settle for a Za'Darius Smith? No offense,
Za'Darius Smith.
No offense to
Future
Za'Darius
Detroit
Smith, but yeah, I think he would look at everybody and say Myles Garrett's a better player than I am. But
Yeah, I think even like
shoot for the moon, and then you can end up on the stars or whatever the hell
shoot for the
that
moon,
is.
land on the stars.
If Myles Garrett and Max Crosby are out there, you put feelers out there until the feelers get cold, and then you go out and get somebody.
Because even like in this situation with this team specifically, like we very may well be 2-0 after these conversations have been engaged.
No, for sure.
So Brad Holmes, and by the way too, like this offense is pretty fucking shitty. So I think, and I hate this kind of in a certain way, and I'll talk about that later too, but like I think our defense could show out a little bit for this one. I got the 15 pressures and a sack last game. Brad could be like, look, we're honestly kind of good. We're 2-0. Like we're still winning games. I don't need Myles Garrett, but I honestly would like to have Myles Garrett instead of fucking like, fuck, Hutch is hurt. I need someone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, Brad Holmes is probably playing. You know, he's got the big blind at the table right now. He's playing his hand a little bit, feeling out the other bettors because sooner enough somebody's going to go all in, and then that sets the market. Yeah. My prayer is that one of these big guys that if they are available, they go to another contender. That would be a nightmare for me. If Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, either of those guys, move teams and it's not to the Lions, God forbid it's to the Green Bay Packers or the Minnesota Vikings, that would be a nightmare.
No, God, please,
a
no.
nightmare. But
no.
like I said, these things take time. We knew this wasn't going to be they're going to go grab somebody immediately kind of play anyways, so I'm not worried about it.
So I'm not crazy thinking there's still big fish in the water?
No, like your head coach said, nothing's off the table, man.
Yeah. Nick?
Yeah, there still could be something, but if it is just Zadarius Smith, you know, it's like you go out for the night, you know, you're thinking you're lining up some, you know, fine-ass model, and you walk out and you got the girl that's been around the block or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you go out.
No, that's true.
He's played for everybody.
You go out
He's
looking
played
for a
every team.
Nikki and you end up with a Christina.
This guy's played for every team. You know what you're getting with this guy, but it's not flashy. Like, he's not going to specifically get this team to the Super Bowl. You know, you're going out for gold with Garrett and Crosby, but you might have to settle with the bronze here. And, you know, when you're talking about the Super Bowl, are the fellas, you know, satisfied with bronze? And in that case, you're not even getting to the Super Bowl. You're not even the second place team. Like, that's the kind of move that we're talking about, fellas.
Yeah.
Does Smith get you over the hump?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think he does.
I'm not sure. I don't think can someone pull up his numbers from last year?
Yeah.
I know he played 16 games, 15, 16 games. And I don't think it was the outing that you'd typically expect for him that he's been known to have, but he is 32 years old. He is getting older. I don't know that he necessarily put you over the hump. That's why if it is
right now,
he's having a good year.
He's got 4 sacks.
Yeah.
Last year, he had 5.5 on the season.
Which isn't great.
The year before that, he had 10, 12.5, 13.5,
Getting younger and younger.
Yeah, but he's got 4 already this year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to have more sacks this year than he had last year. Like, he's only a sack and a half away from his total last year. He's having a good year. And you put that guy, you know why he's having such a good year? It's because he's playing against Myles Garrett.
Exactly.
And so you put that guy with Ali McNeil, DJ Reader, that's another guy that will win one-on-ones, so they'll have to double-team him.
Well, shit, where was he at last year?
He's in Cleveland last year.
Playing Myles Garrett. I mean, I just think he's 32 years old. I just don't. I'm not trading for him. I mean, we signed Bruce Irvin. He was only like 3 years older than what Zadarius Smith is now. That's why if it's Zadarius Smith,
out of the league
you're obviously not getting a ton of. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving away too many assets for that. Go and get a second guy, then somebody come in droves. You know, go get Josh Uche or whatever name may be out there.
Yeah.
I have this other, I guess, theory, and this is not really a theory. It's more of a fury, if you will.
A fury.
Us going 2-0 obviously gives us the upper hand for Brad Holmes, like in that negotiation. But also just knowing how Brad has been in the past with like opportunities to get big name free agents or get big name guys and to kind of just turn the nose to it. Oh, I'm gonna do this my way. Oh, we have a very detailed plan of doing it the way we want to. Going 2-0, does that, especially against a team like right now where defense might look good this weekend against the Tennessee Titans, is there a possibility out there? What are the odds in your mind that we don't make a move, Chris? Because if we go 2-0 and the defense shows out this week, fuck.
I mean, look, this is the time where if he's ever going to make that splash, it is going to be this time. I've said that before weeks ago when Hutch first went down, is that this hasn't been something that he's done. This has been the one character trait that is still a question mark. Is Brad Holmes the type of GM to go out and get the big splashy name? Because we've seen him operate on the margins. We've seen him hold assets and make draft picks and do all of those things very, very well that got you to this point. But sometimes, not always, but sometimes you need to make that all-in superstar move, that big blockbuster transaction. And I'm with you, Easy. I don't necessarily know if the 2-0 changes the stance on if he does or doesn't do it.
Which is the defensive
I just think this is
week.
the time to see it.
Yes.
I don't necessarily believe that the outcome of this Tennessee Titans game will determine if Brad Holmes is or isn't trying to get Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. I think that it's just going to, if it happens, it's because he wants it to happen, and if it doesn't happen, then you know what? Then he's not going to be the guy that we can expect. So every free agency, every trade deadline, don't expect that hot name that's on the
if they
block.
don't do it this year, they'll never do it.
Well, I know damn well free agency, we're never going to see it. We will never see him grab the marquee free agent.
I mean, they grab good free agents, though.
No, but I'm saying he'll never be the marquee big name guy.
The top of the board.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
But trading
I
is
really
different.
wouldn't want that anyways.
No.
Trading is different. You know, and they said,
especially in this situation.
Yeah.
They said they use free agency to fill needs, right? And they draft for talent. So you can't use free agency right now. You got a need. I feel like it's going to happen. And Supremacy said it in the chat. Their trade deadline is before the Texans game. Yeah, because the trade deadline is November 5th.
Texans November 10th.
And the Texans is November 10th. So, yeah, if you have a new edge rusher on their team, they're going to be playing
It'd be
in the
2 days
Houston
after
game.
Green Bay, I think.
Yeah.
Which even if you wait until after the 5th,
I would
be
really
impressed.
love to see them trade for somebody before Green Bay.
I'm with you on that one. Especially because if Green Bay plays the Jaguars this week.
Yeah.
They're obviously favored. I know the Jags won last week, but it's against another shitty team, the New England Patriots, and a rookie quarterback in his first start. I expect them to win. Green Bay could tie and take the division at the moment, obviously not on the year, if they beat us in that game. So I would rather have an edge than two.
Around the room, quick question before we go to break. Do the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl if they don't trade for an edge rusher this year?
No. Unless Trevor Nowitzki just develops into a beast, no.
No. I think that's pretty straight up.
Yes, I think we can still win the Super Bowl if we don't make a trade.
I think it's possible, but I'll say no. 90% no.
Obviously, anything's possible,
Right.
but no. I said it the minute Hutch got hurt. I think they need to bring somebody in.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it doesn't have to be a Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. That's what I've been saying all along. I would love for it to be them. I'm going to campaign to get them because they're fucking fantastic. But you need to get somebody.
That's quacktastic.
The leader on sacks of this team can't be on this team right now.
Real quick before break, Chase, what is it that gives you confidence that we still win that Super Bowl?
I just think it's a unit, and I think the additions we have with like Terrion and Carlton Davis, along with the emergence of Brian Branch, and their comfortability in Aaron Glenn's system. Like, I mean, I just believe in the coaches, and I think there's ways you can try to scheme to make up for the loss of talent that we have on the edge in Hutch. I mean, there's like very, very difficult to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you can just do enough to just make the stops when you need them, our offense is really good too, and we can outscore a lot of teams. So we just need to be good enough to make sure our offense can outpace anybody. Like,
Telling
with
you
some
what,
timely stops.
If Jordan Love has as much time as Sam Darnold did in the pocket, it's going to be a long afternoon in a couple weeks. But we'll deal with that when we deal with it. They might have a new edge rusher by then. Who knows? I believe in Terrell Williams, but if you give elite quarterbacks the amount of time that Sam Darnold had, you're not going to have a great afternoon. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We're talking some more football. Tell us about Swiss.
Tell you about Swiss, guys. You need to get yourself insured if you're not insured, and also if you're currently insured, make sure you're not getting screwed over. Dial up the numbers, 313-530-1698. Hit up my guy Mark or email him, mark@swissins.com. If you rock with us, know that he rocks with us as well. He's going to take care of you and have your back. It's mark@swissins.com, 313-530-1698. Support those who support us. It's mark@swissins.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs like Dan Campbell ankle kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends, impress your boss, impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
New Holland Brewing Company, the taller long drink. It's one of the best in the game. It's one of my personal favorites. Long drinks are gin-based cocktails. The taller long drink is New Holland's gin-based cocktail made with real grapefruit puree and single batch New Holland gin. So make sure you get it while you can. You can find them in a Total Wine near you. Taller long drink, they're the best in the game from New Holland Brewing Company.
What up, welcome back to Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm joined by Spenny, Rex, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave, Nick, Derry Shirley in the building as well. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Kind of had an interesting conversation there about the Super Bowl. Does it happen with or without that edge rusher? So you think Zadarius Smith is enough to change that opinion for you, though?
Yeah. If we got Zadarius Smith, I would be more confident in us winning a Super Bowl.
Nick? Does Zadarius Smith change that answer for you?
I think we could. I mean, anything happens in the Super Bowl, but I think I have more faith getting to the Super Bowl with Zadarius Smith.
A lot more.
I like our odds better with Zadarius Smith, obviously, but I don't know if I would change my stance to winning the Super Bowl just with a 32-year-old Zadarius Smith, who is obviously still doing well. Other side of Myles Garrett, but we don't have our Myles Garrett right now.
Yeah,
he's injured for the rest of the season.
That's fair.
One question I have is that if you do go out and get that Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, obviously that's a huge addition. We all agree there. Mm-hmm. But are you still worried about that depth at the position? No. Obviously, you majorly upgraded the talent.
Because depth is depth. Like, I don't think you need to go out there and find
like body
superstar. Yeah, like that's just. And I don't mean it like in a disrespectful way. Like that's kind of what it is, right? It's body, somebody to fill that position. Yeah. Otherwise, you have nobody. So that's. I'm not really tripping over the depth. Just the guy, just a guy to go out there and put some pressure on the quarterback. Because what I do agree with Chase and Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, phenomenal. Like I think one of those guys will end up being an All-Pro this year for goddamn sure. But I also know that going back to that game this past Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings, if you put a guy a tier above Sam Darnold, not even top tier guys, but that's who you see in the playoffs, by the way, a guy a tier above Sam Darnold, you're in trouble. Beyond even just throwing the football, too, even running the football. So you got to get somebody to get some pressure on a quarterback that's better than Sam Darnold.
But I mean, also looking at that game, like there are also some mistakes that we made that helped the Vikings. Like in a way, I feel like we spotted them 14 points, giving them the ball so early on. Aaron Jones ran untouched into the end zone. That was really all Sam Darnold did on that was just hand the ball off.
But that's like football, though. Like you can never go into a game and expect everything to go perfectly.
Right, understandably. But I'm just saying, like, that's the thing too. Like you can't assume like everything's gonna go perfect for the offense that our defense has to go up against just because we lost our best player. Like there's other ways that we can step up and find ways to win.
It's extremely more likely for the offense to have a lot more success if Aiden Hutchinson isn't in the game. You can't get to the.
But I mean, like look at the way like Ivan Pace, like also like the fumble for D-Mont. They not only did they score off of our turnover on downs, but they scored off of that scoop and score. That's 14 points right there in a game we only won by 2 points. But if you take those like self-inflicting wounds out of the offense and out of the coaching decisions, then I mean, this game could have looked totally different.
It's also a totally
the same
different
way, though,
team
too.
you're facing in a couple of years. Yeah, and if you're playing the, ifs and buts game, what if he completed that pass down the field? What if he missed that tackle and ran for a touchdown? I don't like playing ifs and buts. I like playing what I saw, and what I saw was, except for garbage time, they struggled to get to Sam Darnold. If you struggle to get, obviously the Titans doesn't matter. Again, they're going to win the Titans game. But if you struggle to get to Jordan Love with the menagerie of wide receivers he has, with who
nice poll.
Thank you. With who Matt LaFleur is as a play designer, like it's gonna be tough. If you get into the playoffs and you're facing top flight quarterbacks and you can't get to the quarterback, it's gonna be tough. So I feel a lot more comfortable being able to sack the quarterback.
Yeah, you talking about being perfect or just being better. What forces that, or what makes imperfect happen, is those disruptors on the edge, on the defensive line. That's why they're key. They're important. Like force that quarterback into a bad throw, force him out of the pocket, put him under pressure, make him frantic.
It wasn't just Aiden Hutchinson, what he did sacking the quarterback. It was what he did for everybody else on that defensive line. Ali McNeil's job is easier. DJ Reader's job is easier. The opposite edge job is easier. Now you can double team those guys on the inside. You can double team those players because you can go one-on-one with Pascal or Levi Onwuzurike or whoever the lines are lining up at edge. I'm just nervous about that. But they're going to get somebody. I wholeheartedly believe they're going to trade for someone.
And with quarterbacks like that too, the other part of it as well is I know AG will generate the pressure via blitz because he loves the blitz. In fact, he said today, I think you put it in there on the prep sheet or some point, but him, quoting, I'm sending my linebackers.
Yeah.
We're going to blitz the linebackers. And I'm cool with that. Obviously, it's working out for over there in Minnesota for Flores.
It's what they had to do last year.
But I still like to have guys in coverage. I still like to have guys in face. I think Angeloni is probably one of the better coverage linebackers in all of the NFL, to be honest with you.
Would you rather have Brian Branch sitting back in coverage trying to make plays or blitzing to get pressure on the quarterback?
I'd rather have him back there.
I'd rather have him
ball
back
hawk.
in coverage.
Ifeanyi Melifonwu working on the sideline with trainers today, by the way, too. So.
Yeah, and Mosley.
Yeah, that one.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, because, Meek's been solid, for sure.
But that's just good depth.
Absolutely.
Very good depth.
Absolutely. And by the way, too, versatile depth. We know how often these guys like to put guys in different spots and challenge them to kind of change.
He can play nickel, can play outside.
Everything, right? Everything out short of safety. Mm-hmm. But
if he is not back yet, he was
no. He's working
out with trainers. He's not going to play this week.
He's eligible to come back week 9 anyway, so
yeah.
he wouldn't be back till next week.
Yeah, I doubt he plays against the Packers anyways.
And he's not starting. So,
no,
yeah.
You don't got to rush him back for anything.
No. And he was dealing with tendonitis, wasn't it? Was it the official?
Yeah.
Which we don't know. That's a give or go. It's happening.
Truly
Christian McCaffrey
week
right
to
now.
week.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I never experienced it, never knew anyone with it, but just from everything I've gathered through the Christian McCaffrey stuff and obviously Ifeanyi Melifonwu, it flares up on you and there's nothing you can do about it until it goes away.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, but the Emmanuel Mosley news, that was huge. Injury report wise, most of our guys are back. I expect Mahogany to be activated on the roster
Chris,
now.
do you have the injury report?
I do have the injury report.
Can you throw that up? I didn't.
Some key names for the Tennessee Titans, though. And this is already, and I don't want to disrespect them, but we're going to win this fucking
Here's
game.
the lines. Pascal is the only one who didn't practice.
And I know yesterday when they didn't practice,
illness.
they said, yeah.
So he's just.
On the other side, though, as I say, though, the Tennessee Titans, Calvin Ridley missing.
Jeff Pascal.
What's his name? The cornerback they just got from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Ladarius Sneed.
Yeah.
Both those guys off that report.
Yeah, but you like to see that Kevin Zeitler practiced in full.
Absolutely.
2 days in a row. You like to see that Mahogany practiced in full 2 days in a row. Graham Glasgow just getting a rest on Monday. Same with Taylor Decker. So Lions are coming into this relatively healthy, other than obvious, guys on IR.
Do you think it gets to a point where we can sit the starters? Do you think Dan Campbell can sit the starters?
Yeah. Yes, and yes.
Because it was 40. So the Cowboys game a little bit different because a little bit of vengeance there. One, I didn't even think about this, but
vengeance there for sure.
Vengeance beyond just what happened last year too.
Campbell.
Somebody brought up him being salty about not being the Cowboys coach.
Mm-hmm.
Can or cannot be true. I don't know. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He did go there for a
reason. They took Mike McCarthy over him.
Yeah, there's that situation. Maybe the same thing with Ben Johnson too. But this game there isn't that. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, no.
Keep our guys healthy.
If they are, he doesn't like to rest his starters. He's made that abundantly clear. But if you're up, 14 plus points in the fourth quarter, 20-plus points in the fourth quarter. You put the bench in. You empty the floodgates. You take Jared Goff, Penei Sewell, these guys out of the game. Like, why would you risk it? Mm-hmm. We saw what happened to Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Shout out to Superfan Shad. Brian Branch, I sent this video too, by the way. Brian Branch increased his overall rating in Madden from 86 to 88.
Yeah, his catching's only a 77.
It's disrespectful.
It's crazy.
The coverage, I think it bumped to 88, I think it was. Or was that the zone coverage?
I think that's his total.
Oh, no, that was
his overall score.
No, something they did bump to 88. It was like a feel for the game type thing.
Oh, yeah.
His
like awareness.
Awareness or something like that. Nick, you want to say something?
No, that was just pretty cool to see, like, the way that they do that.
Yeah.
Like, on Madden. I didn't see any of that before, but obviously Brian Branch got it, 86 to 88. Still believe he's low. Should have been in that 90s rating
He should definitely be a 90. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. He should be a 95.
I'm kind of with you.
I mean, obviously, he's going to get up. He's going to be in over 90s by Houston.
And by the way, I don't know if it's Lions fans that called it to make that happen. I'm assuming it is for sure. We got to do the same thing for Kirby as well.
Yes.
Yeah. When he gets his.
Let's
Did
go
I
to
send
break.
that video though or no?
You did. You sent a tweet, but when I kept pulling it up, it kept saying an error. I don't know why. Like it was like a deleted tweet or something.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find it.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
Let's go to break. We'll get back. We'll talk a little Thursday Night Football. Talk a little Red Wings, possibly. Talk a little Michigan State. But easy tell us about Mark White.
Mark White. Mark White gonna do you right. Give him a call today, guys. It's 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesells.com. It's Mark White. He gonna do you right. Save $5,000 in closing costs of your new home with my guy, Mark White.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
The best watch party in Detroit, the best Lions coverage in Detroit go hand in hand because they're both here at Woodward Sports. Also, the post-game show, both of those live from Hayes Social, presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. And let me tell you about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. Same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together. Let's ride.
New roads. God damn it. I saw something in the chat that I wanted to touch on as a Detroit Lions topic, but I lost it. Oh, somebody compared the Jordan Love thrown across the field last year in the playoffs. Don't forget, Jordan Love, the same guy. Yeah, they had fucking Nick Bosa, Chase Young, the guys applying pressure in the situation.
Yep.
Although Jordan Love's going to give you a few of those as you get opportunity. There's plays. Every week, yeah, they're like, look at this throw, but I'm like, yo, that's kind of
Is
like I guess
he takes chances for sure.
Yeah, bro,
And
that's kind of
why
lucky.
That's why I kind of like our odds in that game, even without Jameson Williams, was because he takes chances, and we got guys to take the ball away.
Yeah,
but you're gonna have to pressure him. We saw the game plan that they had against us at Thanksgiving, where he was just getting the ball out.
Yeah, their game plan again.
It worked to a T.
It did. And if you're gonna give extra, yeah, that's actually. I wonder if they do the same thing this year with no Hutch.
Brad Holmes Aura mailbag. Oh wait, no, I don't know what race Easy is, and I'm too afraid to ask. He is Mongolian.
Yup.
So is a lot of the world, buddy.
What'd you say?
I said so is. Isn't
So is a lot of the
isn't
world.
a lot of the world?
Talking about Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
yes. It's
Yeah.
like an
I did see
insane
that.
amount of people actually like share DNA with Genghis Khan because he just fucked everything. Genghis Khan's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He would eviscerate the heads of babies and leave them on poles in his.
I didn't know that part.
That's from The Office,
Oh,
but it's true.
damn.
Genghis Khan would win because he's not afraid to kill children.
That's fair.
It's a good episode.
We need him at edge rusher maybe.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Genghis Khan would be a nasty edge rusher. Well, let's see how big he was.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Are you guys caught up with the Penguin?
No, I haven't watched
I
that
am.
episode yet.
Yeah, yours
Bro,
lacking.
The last two events, insane.
So I don't- I think-
I typed in
Go.
Genghis Khan stats.
What an idiot.
Let's see.
He had a pass rush win rate.
Around 0.5% of men today appear to carry Genghis Khan's Y chromosome.
That's crazy.
That's insane, dude.
That's
Those are the
Billy.
Panay Sewells of the world.
Yes.
Like
He killed an
got that
estimated.
dog in him.
He killed an estimated 40 million people, resulting in a man-made climate change. The Mongols' invasions effectively cooled the planet, scrubbing about 700 million tons of carbon from the atmosphere.
That's truly insane.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Super
So
chat
he
from
was
Burn.
liberal.
Shout out. Real
Shout
quick,
out.
Chris. Or go ahead. See what you're gonna say.
Genghis
No,
Khan
I
was
just gonna
5'8",
say,
likely
he's
around 5'8".
progressive then. You know, he's for climate change.
Yeah, he's for climate
I
change.
figured he wouldn't be that big.
Let's
Likely around
also remember
5'8".
we gave up 3 fumbles in the red zone on Thanksgiving, and then they only scored 9 points after the first quarter. That's actually a great point, Burn. That did happen.
It is true.
We were missing some offensive linemen in that one that they lucked up on. Got a hold of JG, and he coughed that thing up.
Yep.
I don't see that being
Mongolian
the
beef
case
is
this year.
fire, said Brad Holmes. It is.
Actually,
what
I'm
cost?
glad you said that.
Or not beat ups. BDs.
Yes.
Love
Bees, Mongolian.
BDs.
Bro.
Love
Great.
BDs.
I was talking about this the other day, dude. You just stack that bowl as high
Yeah,
as you
oh,
can.
yeah.
You load it with meat first
Yep,
so you
'cause
can
it
just get more
sticks.
dense.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude.
You push that shit down.
Yeah.
Then the noodles.
Yeah.
Then the veg on top.
Yeah.
5 different sauces. Couple
Gotta
eggs.
have teriyaki in there.
Yeah.
Gotta have
Oh,
the
yeah.
teriyaki.
All right, guys.
Oh man, I want to go to BDs.
That sounds
dude.
amazing.
The NFC North is the class of the conference. One of these guys is going to be the number 1 seed. I'm sure of it, watching the 49ers.
Yeah.
Look at the rest of the teams the 49ers have to play. So I've been kind of eyeing these schedules. Another NFC North team plays tonight in the Minnesota Vikings. The Honolulu Blue Flu is a team. What do you expect from Thursday Night Football tonight, Spenny?
I expect the Rams to win. I really do. I expect I got the Rams money line on there. My parlay, I put a pretty wild parlay in there, but a more passive one. I did Rams money line, Kyron Williams touchdown, Cooper Kupp over 60 receiving yards.
That's right, Cooper Kupp's back tonight.
And yeah, Cooper Kupp's in. Puka Nacua is also active for tonight. Obviously they're getting the short day. The Vikings coming off of playing, or short week, excuse me, coming off of playing the Lions. That's not a good combination. We know the Lions, the Honolulu Flu is a real deal thing this year. So I got the Rams money line in this game. I think they win straight up.
Wow.
I don't hate that, actually. I'm actually copying that parlay. Rams
Yeah,
money line.
anytime you said Kyron?
Kyron anytime, and Cooper
yeah.
60 yards. Yeah,
I was looking at Kyron first touchdown. I was like, oh. But I bet first touchdown's Aaron Jones if I had to bet it.
All
because
right,
the other thing on top of
Kupp
that, too.
60.
Yeah, Cup 60, anytime Kyron, Rams money line.
It's like I boosted it to like plus 500 or something like that.
I'd be lying if I said Rams money line. Kind of scares me. But the Lions flu, I mean, by the numbers, gotta ride with it.
The other
Let's
part
go.
of it, let me sell you on this real quick then, Nick, because short week for the Vikings, which I don't even know, NFL scheduling is kind of fucked to do. Short week for the Vikings, but then the Rams are also coming off a bye week, if I'm not mistaken.
Good for us.
So
Let's
you got
go.
Sean McVay, the fucking arguably
prep.
best coach for sure. Yeah, Sean McVay with prep time against a Minnesota Vikings team who's played a very tough Detroit Lions physical brand of football. on a short week, facing a team on a bye week. That's kind of fucked up by the NFL to do.
It does, but it kind of makes sense now because didn't you say, Spencer, you saw it for like the money line was like plus 150 or 170 or something like that? Because I would project in a normal week it would be a plus 2 something.
Plus 130 I got.
Plus 130? That's what I'm like. It's moving closer.
This is a rat line if I've ever seen one, boys.
I'm incorrect, actually. They played the Raiders last week.
It's a ratty line.
So it's a short week for the both of them.
Yeah, but the short week from playing the Lions is different than a short week playing the Raiders.
That's fair. I guess Max Crosby, I didn't watch the entire clip, but I guess he's a big Matthew Stafford fan. He went up to him after the game and was like, Crosby.
Yeah, I mean,
because he was a Lions fan. Yeah. But also said he wants to stay a Raider. Like, don't come out here and say you want to win. But you also want to remain a Raider.
Yeah, don't ever
You know what I'm
say
saying? And the other part of it, too, is like, okay, I was all right, well, maybe, Tom Brady in the organization now, like, he's a winner. Maybe he'll help make some football decisions. But I just found out Richard Seymour is also a minority owner of the team, too, who has multiple Super Bowls alongside Tom Brady. I think he actually won a Super Bowl with the Raiders, or at least
Richard Seymour Hoffman?
Like, I don't know, man. I just don't see that thing turning around. It's at least going to be a while before it is turning around. Max, fucking come home, bro. What are you doing?
This is a way to keep his basically fan base still when he gets traded, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got the pod. You don't want to say, like, you don't want to lose half of your fans.
Yeah, that's what he
right
has
now.
to say. Like, he has to say. He would say nothing else but that.
See, I wasn't here yesterday, but for me, when I heard it, I kind of just. It's more than just him, too. Him saying that, I guess I'm kind of with you guys. I don't care. You kind of have to say that stuff to save face.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, thank you for supporting me. I fucking hate you, Detroit supremacy. Like, fucking go. That's the way I really feel, but I have to say thank you for supporting me, right? And that's just an example, Hunter. Don't get offended.
Government name.
Yeah. But Richard Seymour on the podcast with Adam Schefter, when he's asking, and he starts laughing like, nah, we're not going to trade that guy. Because he is their only guy they have right now. You're trying to,
For sure.
He's still young enough to like be a part of the rebuild. He's the face of the franchise. You want to sell tickets.
I would.
You're gonna sell tickets in Vegas regardless.
I wouldn't want to be there
fans,
if I was Max Crosby. He said he doesn't want to be a part of rebuild. He wants to win. Well,
you're
going to be rebuilding with the Raiders.
You don't even fucking answer a quarterback right now. Yeah, like, yeah. What?
Either you're not. You don't want to be a part of a rebuild and you want to win, or you want to stay with the Raiders. You can't have them both because the Raiders are rebuilding, whether you like it or not.
And he famously kind of shit on, what the hell's his name? The quarterback you like from over there. I can't think of his name right now.
Gardner Minshew?
Yeah, he kind of shit on Gardner Minshew last year when he played for the Colts when they played against each other. And then they had a whole podcast together like, I was just in a competitive moment. I really mean what I said about you.
Yeah, you called him little boy or whatever?
Yeah, so like if you want to be a part of a rebuild, that's exactly what it was. You're right. Is that your franchise quarterback? The guy that you considered a little boy and had no respect for when you face him as an opponent? Because other opponents think the same thing.
Aiden O'Connell, look out.
Aiden O'Connell, like.
But you never know. They could draft, get Shador, get one of the, whatever
it's a rebuild,
his name
Max.
from
It's
Texas.
a rebuild. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it's definitely a rebuild.
I think Garrett's more likely, though. I guess is the point I'm trying to make there. Like,
I agree.
I've shifted my focus to Myles Garrett becoming a Detroit Lion.
Either of that. Either of those would make me extremely happy.
Spenny like it.
Spenny want Maxie, but
I need a Max.
Yeah,
I need a Max Crosby.
Detroit Lions, they got a lot to figure out here if they're going to go all in or not. Because, like Hunter said, the the trade deadline is a couple weeks away, so they're going to figure something out. And like I said, I'm sure they'll get some help. No, go ahead. I was just going to say,
is the Packers defense better than what we give them credit for too?
I've always said the Packers defense is good.
Because, did you see what they did to your boy C.J. Stroud?
Yeah.
Did you see that stat line?
Yeah, I did.
It was like 10
I said
for
Xavier
21.
McKinney was the top 2 safety in the NFC North, and I was laughed at.
You did. You picked Xavier McKinney and Kevin Byard. No.
All they
did I really?
Yeah, Kevin Byard was the other in your All NFC North team.
Damn.
Piece of shit.
He's also having a damn good year. Obviously, Brian Branch having a better year than Kevin Byard.
But
the 3 top-rated safeties in the NFL per PFF are Brian Branch, Xavier McKinney, and Kevin Byard.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Branch and Kirby. Oh, another game happened.
Top 3, yeah.
I got you. Yeah, because that's right. Because Brian Branch and Kirby were like 6 and 7 or something like that. Nick, the Packers defense.
Yeah, all they do is draft defenders. They should be good.
Yeah, that is fair.
They use first-rounders on defense. Yeah, how about them?
They did it for like 12 years.
You want me to give them a compliment to not drafting first-round wide receivers and running backs?
It's fair.
I just don't even know who outside of McKinney is like their
Rashawn Gary.
Rashawn Gary,
Yeah.
Quay Walker.
Shout out. Go Blue.
Oh,
Gross.
it's hate week.
Yeah.
Hate
It
calm
was
down
on the
with
thing.
that.
We didn't get to any of it, so
Yeah.
I just want to.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much
Killing
more
it.
to say. You guys are scared. We got a free roll whether we win or lose.
Yeah, have you
This
convinced
free roll
yourself
thing.
of winning it all yet? Because you weren't really.
I mean,
Are you gonna watch the game?
I've been a fan of watching Michigan State all year. They're fun to watch. Has Michigan been fun to watch all
You
year?
just pulled Kamala Harris. Answer the question. Are you Michigan
gonna
going to
watch
win the game?
Are we picking the game tomorrow, or are we picking it right now?
I
pick
just
it
you didn't weren't
tomorrow.
confident early in the week. We could pick tomorrow. I'm just
I was broken from the Illinois game.
It's true.
I'm getting the confidence is slowly rising. I've been finding out ways
Even
how they
with
could
Will
win.
Johnson not playing.
Yeah, he's not been rolled out yet.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Would sway
Oh
my
God,
pick,
that would
maybe.
No, I want Will Johnson. No, that's a joke.
In-state guy.
That's a joke.
Oh, that's coming back.
Not gonna put that on tape because
Pick six.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if you got a pick six. So I'm not gonna be on tape saying.
what's is there?
Yeah, I think you were.
I was.
We are live.
We are live. That is true.
I'm like,
I mean, it's not like you. It's a reality.
I did have a dream that Nick Marsh mossed Will Johnson in the end zone.
Now that would be fucking crazy.
That'd be
pretty sick.
orgasmic. We're gonna
That'd be
come
legendary.
back. We're gonna talk about the Red Wings because we got a mailbag from Caden Kreider about the Red Wings. Are they winning tonight? Going up against the New Jersey Devils.
Dogs, home dogs.
Devils have given up more than 3 goals in 5 games already this year. So hopefully the offense can get back on track in this game.
Pistons Cavs tonight too, all right?
Pistons
no,
Cavs
that's
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna go to break. We'll come right back. Tell us about merch, Chris.
you
Merch.
guys tired of that same old Detroit sports?
Merch.
And you need some new gear for the basketball season. They got that and more. The hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some fly, brand new merch.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
You and I pay our bills. Unlike my opponent, Dave Coulter, I won't take advantage of my job because I work for you. I'm Nick Jonai, and by the way, I do pay my water bills on time, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Nick Jonai for Oakland County.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. Yeah, wait to let Chase get 4 minutes of time in the booth, Chris.
We'll go OT.
No.
No,
we can't.
Ron Holland, grade, just real quick.
Ron Holland grade, C+. I mean, because he wasn't like spectacular, but I liked what I saw out of him. He was he showed a lot of great things for sure, but he wasn't like, oh. I'd give B-, C+, anything.
Nick, Ron Holland grade?
C-, borderline D+ here. He had one of the biggest mental mistakes of the game with the 6 guys on the court. It wasn't all his fault, but he still did it. That was a massive turning point in the game. You had the lead. You let them get the free throw and the ball. Also a big mental mistake I want to shout out here. Benedict Mathurin shooting a second free throw. He misses. We don't box out. They get the rebound, hit a 3. 2 big things happening in the fourth quarter that are unacceptable. It's your first game. It's a new team. Things are going to happen, but that's the reason. Those are the 2 biggest reasons why you lost that game.
Yeah, there was a screen set for him, too. They kind of failed to, like, run through. I noticed. I don't know if that was on the TV or not. And then I want to say real quick, though, 10 being the 6th man. Hey, who might cut at the party? JB Bickerstaff said in the post game that some of the officiating kind of fucked that up, which kind of whack because they still gave us a tech for it.
Yeah,
but, whatever.
You saw it when
there were 6 on the guy. There were 6 on the court.
Yeah.
Yes, there was. That was the penalty. But you saw it when he was trying to get in, and a couple of the guys were trying to get in. They were like holding him up at the line.
Yeah.
People didn't know who to go and where. They kept asking him different things.
The refs kept telling the waiter or some shit like that. JB was saying.
It was weird. I saw that happening. Like, they tried to check in 3 guys at the time, but the refs only let him check in Cade. They held back Tobias and somebody else. It was stupid.
Cooper Kupp playing tonight for real?
Cooper Kupp is, well, yeah. Why wouldn't he? He played last week.
Oh, not Cooper Kupp. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Puka Nacua is active. They said they're gonna see how much he can go based on pregame warmups.
Oh, dude, that's a Rams money line all day.
Rams money line all day. I'm telling you, dude. And I'm still taking Cooper Kupp 60+ easy.
I know we didn't get to this today. I don't know. I know we definitely won't do it tomorrow because it's Friday, but there's some updated over-unders. Just want to get your first thoughts on Vikings. Updated over-under is 11.5, and the over is -135.
Really?
Need them to lose.
That's crazy.
What was the over-under?
11.5 is their updated.
And then they're favored to
do it. The under is what?
The over, to go over 11.5, is -135.
Golly gee,
I might,
Batman.
Yeah, I might grab that under.
Under +110.
Holy God, Batman!
Under the what plus what?
I would take the under on that as well.
For sure.
Sam Darnold's going to come back to life.
Code word Woodward. She's a sportsbook.
Code word Woodward. I see that sportsbook.
Because you got to think we got the rest of the division. Packers again. Us again.
The fuck you mute me for?
I didn't. It was myself. I coughed.
No, I don't think you.
Yeah, it was Nick. It was Chris.
Yeah, you said plus what real quick on the under?
Phantom muter.
I didn't mute you.
What was the under?
Son of a bitch, Nick. What are you muting me for? No.
I got a fucking cough. All right. It was 11.5.
No. What's the under? You said plus what?
Throughout the day, it just gets worse. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Stop smoking those darts.
Man, I've been hammering 3 packs a day.
What's the fucking under? What's the
+110.
+110.
Cool.
Do you guys want to hear anything else? Or
I would
tease it.
Tease it for tomorrow. We're gonna have a big show tomorrow.
Let's open with it.
Friday. Hey, by the way, we got the Hardy Boys on BDE tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
So make sure you tune in.
I'm gonna fucking.
That's gonna be awesome. We got the Hardy Boys on TV. Or on BDE, it's gonna be great.
From
Make
the
sure you
top
tap
ropes, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, we got a lot planned for heavyweights on Friday. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Appreciate Easy, Nick, Chris, Chase. I am Spencer. We are the heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.